Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So this morning I've been sitting out in the garden while it's nice and dry for 5 minutes. Just sat here listening to the cull tits, blue tits, goldfinches, house sparrows, all sorts that we've been getting back into in the garden this morning up on the feeders. And I was just having a look round at some of our bird boxes that we've got dotted around our garden thinking, wouldn't it be nice if I could see if anything's actually used it this year, or if anything is actually, checking it out at any point without actually disturbing it. Well, I was contacted by Birdfy and they asked me would I like to review one of their products. And of course, this is a wildlife and photography channel. I obviously said yes. So let's check it out, what they sent me. So, welcome to the Birdfy Duo Nest camera box. Now, I thought I would do a bit of an unpacking and review and show you exactly what they have to offer. So let's have a quick look. So this is a bamboo bird box, and it has 2 cameras. We've got one on the inside, which you can watch inside your nest box to see if you've got anything nesting. And but we've also, what I like about it is we've got a second camera, which is based on the side of the box itself as well. So you can see if anything is coming to check it out in the doorway of the box. So I'll tell you what, let's unpack it and have a look what exactly comes with this product. Okay, so let's have a look what's in the box first. When you can get in it, it's a nice tough box. Whoa, let's turn it around. Now the one thing I do like about the way Birdfy comes across to you is happy bird watching from Birdfy. I like the little touches that come with all products, you know. Okay, let's have a look what we've got. So we've got our download the Birdfy app, so it looks like you've got all your instructions and your QR code and your bit of advisory information there. We've got our user manuals. It looks like there's a couple of different languages of user manuals there, so we'll put them over there for a minute. Looks like we've got plenty of packing to take out of here first as well, so let's get rid of some of that. Plenty of packing. Always comes in handy, some of these though. Pretty good stuff. So we'll keep hold of some of them. Right, let's have a look at all this. All I can say is it definitely comes well packed, so you've got no chance of this being damaged when it comes. Okay, let's get rid of that bit of packing there. Let's get rid of the box down here for a minute. There's some other stuff in there, but we'll have a look. But this is your main box. Now, what I like about the Birdfy products is I just like this bamboo coloration that's going on. They've got this nice distinctive black sections. If you watched one of my previous videos where I reviewed one of their products, which was the cameraed bird feeder, it comes with exactly the same style, same wood, and the same black finish just down on this right hand side here, which is what I really like. Now I have got my bird feeder. We've moved it at the moment to another location, but I have still got the bird feeder and it gets used very well. So let's have a look what else we've got with this product. So we've got obviously the bird feeder here. We have what looks like the solar panel kit, so we can have a look at that as well. Okay, so I've got nothing in the bottom of the box. So I think, if I remember rightly, yep, we've got products just inside here. So we've got our camera controller box, and we have a accessory box here as well. Now, from what I can see looking at this, I don't know if you can see it from there, it looks like you've got one of your cameras that are in here already set up for you with an aerial and all the information's there. Looks like it's got all your QR codes inside there as well, and looks like it's got, yeah, you've got a slot in there where you can put an SD card in as well, but I'll explain later on more about that. So at first glance, I think this has got a nice, fantastic finish to it. I do like the product. As you can see, I'll show you all round. This is the second camera, which I've just noticed as well. And this comes down like that. And then that is obviously, you've got to angle that right. And this then, I'm guessing, will be sat watching your entrance for your birds coming in here. Which looks pretty cool, pretty sleek, to be honest. Right, let's have a quick look what's in the boxes. So we've got that on display. Let's have a look at your accessory box to start with. So, this is another thing I like about Birdfy. They always come with your own screwdrivers. Or your screw fittings if you're going to be wall mounting it. Because the one thing with this, and it's like the feeder as well, you can mount it 3 different ways. You can put it onto a wall, you can put it onto a pole, or you can mount it onto a tree. And all the accessories come, they're all here that I can see now. So you've got first your wall mounting screws, which we're not going to be using them today, so I'm just going to put them over there. You've got your strap here that comes if you want to mount it to a tree. And you've also got your hose clips as another mounting option for mounting it to a pole. Now, I know from in the past, the pole that I've got in my garden, these are just a little bit too small for me, so I had to purchase some extra bigger ones. But if you've got like a normal bird feeder kind of pole, then these are the perfect size for you. So what I want to do is, I've already got mine, so I'm just going to move them out of the way, because we don't need them right now. We have the plate, which is in a packet here. Let's try and get that out. Oh, well packed, well stuck in. So this is your mounting plate to start with. As you can see, you've got your 4 holes that are in the 4 corners, which are for mounting it onto the wall, again with the screws that have been provided. As you can see here, you've got your 2 slits, so you put your hose clips through either side of them, and then you attach that obviously onto your pole at the back, and you screw them together. It's quite simple enough to mount them, that's not a problem. And again, also, if you want to tree mount them, you'll just thread your material or your webbing through here, put that around your tree, make sure that's nice and tight and firm, so that this doesn't move, because you don't want this needs to be solid onto a pole, a wall, or onto your tree first. Now I will show you, let me just get rid of some of these boxes, because we don't need that now. Something else that has come, by the way, before I show you how to mount this, is that the bird feeder comes with 4 sizes of holes for you to choose from, so it all depends on where you live and what kind of birds that you attract. Now I've chosen the 28mm hole here in my feeder, just because mainly around here I have house sparrows, I have goldfinches, I have cull tits, blue tits, mainly. So for me, them are the kind of birds that I will more than likely be attracting to my bird box. But in time, I could, if I wanted to, I could change it for a slightly bigger one. I don't think I'd want to go for smaller ones, because most of my birds are quite big, but I could up to the next 2 sizes. So they do give you plenty of options to change this section here, and all these are screwed from the inside, and you can detach them with no problem. And another thing that they also come with is the guards. These are protection guards that go on the back of your wood. So when you used to get, let me do it a piece here. So you used to get one of these, I know this is not the right size, let's find it, there we go. So you used to get the next size up here, you will take the blue covering off that's here, you will place that onto the back of your piece of wood here, and then on the inside where the screws are, you will pop that against the back and you'll screw it up, obviously removing this one first. But yeah, you would attach it on, and that will just make your hole bigger. But you've also got a protection guard from obviously any damage and making anything any bigger as well. So they all come with the box, which I think is a great thing as well, because then it's not just aimed at one particular kind of birds. Right, so let's talk about the plate. As I mentioned before, the plate. Now, I've already got a plate for my bird feeder, and because I'm relocating my feeder, I've left my plate currently up on the pole, which I'll be using to attach this to today. But I will also be using this for my bird feeder when I relocate it. So all you have to do is, once you've got it nice and tight on a wall or your tree or a pole, wherever you're going to mount it, you will then lift your bird feeder onto it, and literally that is how it sits. It just sits onto that bracket with no problem whatsoever, and it's sturdy once it goes on there. I've had no problems with my bird feeder in the past, and I can't see me having any problems with this. But literally, you can just lift it off and lift it on. You've got no issues whatsoever there. And again, you know, they do advise you to clean your bird feeders out, or your bird boxes out, obviously after nesting season, to keep on top of them being, you know, free from any mites or any infection for any future birds for nesting. So it makes it easier that you can just hook it on and hook it off. But I can show you that when we come to mounting it up. Okay, so let's have a look what else we have in these boxes. We have the camera controller, which is based in this, and also your charging cable. Now again, I won't need to use the camera controller because I'm not in a position where I'm going to be mounting up very high and I'm not going to be able to reach certain controls. So when it comes to the controller, let's get it out of the bag for you. So if you used to mount it onto a wall, for example, and your camera defaults or it goes off for any reason and you need to restart it, then you don't want to be climbing up ladders to start messing around with these controls that you can see here, hopefully on the side of this camera, which controls both of the cameras that are based in here. So what you can do is you can extend this wire out. It's got a good length on it. You will extend it out. Let's try and undo it and then I can show you properly. So you've got a good length of wire here, and what you can do, you can plug your control into the bottom here. There's a little rubber bit that you can pull out, which we do there. You can plug that into the bottom of here, into the USB-C port, and then you will plug your solar panel into here, because obviously you need the extra cable, so your solar panel can't charge directly from here. So you put your solar panel into this, continue to where your solar panel is, and you could run this even through a window. So if you had it mounted up on a wall near to a window, you can do whether this comes inside the property, and then if you need to, you've got full control of resetting your camera system and obviously powering up or powering down as well. But again, because of where mine's going to be positioned, I'm not going to be using the camera controller because it'll be somewhere where it's in quite easy reach if I do need to reset it for any reason. So that comes in really handy, that you don't in a lot of cases you would have to buy this separately. So to have this actually sent to you as part of the kit is brilliant. Right, so let's just move that out of the way, because again, we're not going to need that, and it does come with a cable tidy as well, so we can have a look at that. Okay, so let's turn that back around to use. And in the second box, we have our solar panel. Now, with the solar panel, as you can see, it's nice and neat. It's flush. You know, it's a nice, small, nice, neat panel. And it's, to be honest, it's just big enough for what you need. And then obviously you've got a USB-C port for charging. And you can plug that in two different places. You can either plug it into the camera that's on the outside here, or if you open up inside here, oh no, they've changed it. You used to be able to charge up on the inside as well. So it looks like now you just have the one charging port, which is here, and it charges both of your cameras at the same time. So I do apologise there. So yeah, so that's your solar panel. Again, quick instructions of how to mount. It's not really hard, to be honest. You've got a couple of options. You can again wall mount it, or you can attach it to hose clips, again onto your pole. So what you get here is you get you, let's have a look. So you've got your mounting sticker that you can put on your wall or wherever you're mounting it to assist with where to put the screws to pre-drill. And then you have your arm, and you have all your little bits and bats, which I won't get them out because I don't want to lose them. But you've also got your base for your solar panel. So the first thing we'll do is we shall put that onto there, and then obviously when we're ready, we will mount our solar panel onto the back end of this as well. Right, let's just move these bits out. So the first thing that you're going to need to do with your bird nest feed, your bird nest box, should I say, is you're going to need to charge it. So as part of the kit, which is in with the camera accessories, you have your charging cable, which goes into the bottom of this camera here. And you'll just need to plug it into a USB socket if you've got one, or if not, one of these 3-pin plug sockets that you can put in the wall where you can charge this up. And another thing that you're going to have to do as well is you need to get the app, which is the Birdfy app. And the easiest way to get the app is if you use your camera on your phone and you scan the QR code, it will take you to your Apple Store or your Google Play Store, and it'll take you to where you can download the app. Now, I've already got the app on my phone, and I'm already connected up to the Wi-Fi with the app, with all my information in there. So as you go through the instructions, it will ask you to scan your QR code of your camera. Now, the way to find that, because it took me a bit to realise it was in there, if you were to undo your bird box, just up in the top here, you will see another QR code. And when it asks you and prompts you on the setup, you basically scan that code there. It will recognise what camera and system that it's trying to set up for you. And it will take you through your step-by-step instructions of connecting up to your Wi-Fi, and obviously get your cameras working first. So that's one thing that you want to do before you even start to think about mounting your camera, camera box up onto your walls or onto your poles, because you need to make sure you're connected to your Wi-Fi and that you've got a really good signal to start with. Right, so in my case, I am not going to be mounting my solar panel onto a pole. I've decided to make it a little bit easier just for me. I'm going to be putting my bird box onto a pole, which is going to be down the garden. I'll take it down there soon. But what I've decided to do with my solar panel, just to make it that a little bit easier when you come to bringing it down and cleaning it, that you're not having to unravel all the wire, is I'm going to mount my solar panel onto here. I'm going to put mine onto the side of the box here, and then the solar panel can sit on the top and it can be angled to the sun. And the reason I've done that is, again, because when it's all connected all together and you've got your wire nice and neat on there, and you need to take it off at the end of season, you can just pick it up off your holder or take it off your wall, and it comes down in one big section where you can then do everything that you need to do, clean it all up, and then you can just go back and hook it all up. And like I say, it stops you having to keep threading wires and tidying everything up, but that's just my opinion. Everyone likes to do it different ways. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, I'm not going to video this section because it might be a little bit fiddly, but I'm going to mount my solar panel now, on my solar panel bracket onto the side of here. And then what I'll do is I'll come back to you and I'll show you exactly what I've done. Okay, so we're back. I think I timed it nicely just to go away and start fixing the solar panel to the bird nest. Unfortunately, we got an absolutely massive thunderstorm happened that came over, and it absolutely downpoured it with rain. So as you can see, this is not something that the instructions tell you to do as part of setting up your bird nest. But what I've decided to do is I've used the plate here with 2 screws, and we've attached it to the black side of the box. Now, we've used some slightly smaller screws than what gets provided in the box, because you don't want it protruding into this bird area here where the nesting are, because as you can see from the inside, which I'll show you, as you can see from the inside, you have all your camera gubbins, so you don't really want it to protrude within that area. So we use some smaller screws, and we have placed that on the side of here, attached our solar panel onto the bracket, and then when we do put it up onto the actual feed, onto the actual stump, which is behind me at the moment, then this is going to be facing south all day long, and will keep my cameras fully charged. So all I need to do really now is to go and place this up onto the holder, and let's get the camera ready here as well. So you drag your camera down to the side, it won't go any further, so you know that you're fully down. And if you're anything like me, while it was raining, I took mine inside and I made sure that everything was connected up to the Wi-Fi and was working perfectly fine with the app. And as you can see here, we've got the little blue light on, and that's telling me now that we're all powered up and we're all ready to go. So let's get it fixed up and let's see what it looks like on the phone once I've set it up for you. So let's go and put it up. So once you've got your bracket up onto here, it's simple enough stuff to put up. You push it against the bracket and literally it just sits on like that. Which looks nice and sturdy, as you can see. There's nothing going to knock that off whatsoever, other than the post has a bit of a wobble. There's nothing at all that's going to do that. And I think where I've located it at the moment that you can see, I think because it's around an area which is full of bushes here, bushes at the back, plenty of bushes around here as well. And there is something else that I've learned over the time of doing wildlife photography, is that they always tell you never to put a bird box in an area next to where your feeding station is. So for me, this is my furthest point in the garden, as my bird feeder is pretty much way in the distance out there. So there's plenty of distance away from the bird box. So hopefully we should get some visitors coming checking it out at some point. Right, so let's have a quick look what we get on the app. So let's go into the Birdfy app. And all being well, we should be linked up. So as I've got the feeder, I just need to select the one for the nest box here. And it's just having a think about it. Okay, so it's giving me some simple instructions. So as you can see here, I can show you that. You've got your inside camera there, and this is the one that's on the outside, which is what we angled down as well. Now inside the plate, I have noticed that you've got 3 different positions to put the plate in. Now I put mine on the middle position. I'm not sure on how much difference that makes depending on the bird. Some might like to be further in, some might be further up. So I've gone with the middle option, just to give it some chance to see exactly what it is that's going to come in first. Start using it, and if I feel like it's not being used, then I can always position it to a lower option to slide that great plate in. So we're all nice and set up. We have 81% of battery. Something I do like about what this app does as well is I'll try and show you. If not, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a screen record, and then you can actually see what I'm talking about. So let's get that going on my phone now. So as you can see on the app itself, it tells you how much battery that you've got in. So as you can see, I've got 81% in at the moment. It's not fully charged, but the sun will just finish that off for me, so I'm not too fussed. It also tells you what the humidity levels are like as well in the air. And also if you look as well, it's also telling you the temperature. So currently the temperature is 19 Celsius, and it's saying that humidity is 65. Now that's probably about right at the moment, due to the fact that we're getting a lot of thunder showers and quite a lot of rain at the moment. So that's just something to keep an eye on as well. So yeah, I think the app, looking at it, you know, it's easy enough to, you can swipe across left to right, and you can actually see one camera at a time, inside and out, and then you can obviously then come back to where you can see both at the same time. Now the one thing that this camera's got, it's got AI generated technology built into its cameras, so it should recognise whether it's a blue tit, a robin, a house sparrow, so on and so on. Now I do have a subscription with Birdfy, where I have that for 12 months, and that is an option that you can go with as well. You do get a free trial with that. So again, if that's something that you're interested in, you can sign up to that, and it's all cloud-based storage. Or if you don't want to, inside the box itself, just where the camera is on the inside, there is a little rubber bung, and you can place yourself a micro SD card in there, so that any triggers that you get and any recordings on the box itself, it will record to your micro SD card. So you don't necessarily have to pay out for the cloud storage. Now the only reason I like the cloud storage is the fact is that if anything happens to the bird box itself, if it gets wet, the card gets damped for any reason, you've lost all your recordings. At least with the cloud, it's there for you to get access to at any time that you want. So yeah, I think I've got myself a nice, another good setup there. And yeah, let's see what arrives. Now, if something starts to come and visit the box before I get to edit this video, I will pop you a little bit of footage. If it doesn't, do keep an eye on my channel, and I will put you some videos up just to show you exactly what sort of visitors we get here, and hopefully if we get anything nesting, I'll be able to bring that to you as well. So just as I was starting to edit this video, I had a trigger on my mobile phone, and guess what? We had a grey tit appear in the entrance to the nest box. Look at the quality of this camera, as you can see, from the inside and the outside of it checking it out, so hopefully have a future nest in there. Let's wait and see what happens. So all I can say is thank you to Birdfy for sending me this nice camera bird box out. I really do appreciate that, and I hope you've all enjoyed the little bit of a review that I've put up also about how to set your box up and exactly what comes with it. I think it's nice, it's neat, it's simple, and what I like about it is for people who are disabled or don't really get out in nature much, and obviously can't get out in nature much, something like this in your garden is then giving you the ability to bring nature to your own home, really. And I think it's a cracking idea. So with this nest box with the camera on, and also my feeder, which is at the other side of the garden, I think I've got a good setup here where someone like my mum, who I live with, she can log onto her phone and she can monitor both of these boxes and see exactly what we have coming and going from the garden. So it's definitely something to consider. So what I'll do is I'll pop in the description below all the links of where you could purchase one of these nest boxes if it's something that you are interested in. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, really. So what's left to say really from here is thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up on the video. If you're not subscribed, why not? I bring you my adventures out in the wild, and I also bring you some reviews of products like the nest box to my channel as well, and maybe it's of interest to you some of that you see. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell as well, because then you'll know when my next video is due to come on the channel. So I think in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next adventure.